by Hyundai. Marcellus Wiley with my man Emmanuel Acho.
I'm liking the monochromatic gray on gray. I'm liking that.
Really?
You're leveling up in front of my eyes, sir.
Okay, like my man Luther on Hulu, my favorite show right now. He wears this kind of outfit all the time. Let's get it started, dog. What an opening weekend for the NFL. Here for the next 2 hours, let's go with the GOAT, who came in with all kinds of hype for his Bucs debut, but it didn't work out as planned. Tom Brady gave Bucs fans flashbacks of Jameis Winston by throwing 2 interceptions, including a pick 6 in the third quarter. Brady's turnovers helped the Saints spoil Tampa's season opener. After the loss, Brady said, quote, "I've obviously got to do a lot better job." So, Acho, despite the loss, are you buying Brady's Bucs as contenders still?
No, sir. I'm not right now.
You flipped already?
I didn't flip.
Huh?
What did I tell you on Friday, but you weren't trying to listen? I said, Marcellus, all these stars. Marcellus, more stars than the galaxy the Buccaneers have.
There we go.
All these stars, but only one football. I said, all these stars, Marcellus, but how are they going to make it work as a unified team because they don't have consistency?
Okay.
Let me tell you about some of these stars, Marcellus. Leonard Fournette, 5 carries, 5 yards.
Is that good?
Mike Evans, 1 reception, 2 yards. Rob Gronkowski, 2 receptions. All these stars, Marcellus, but nothing to show for it. Gronkowski, he looked like he came out of retirement. Brady, to a degree, he looked like he was 43. Then you got, fringe Hall of Fame guys like LaShawn McCoy at running back. They come into the game and they don't do nothing for you. Here was the problem, Marcellus.
Yes, sir.
The Bucs yesterday were more like an all-name team.
Oh, I hate when you go this route.
They was an all-name team. You saw Evans, Fournette, Godwin, Brady, Gronkowski, Howard, McCoy, but no production. And I want to show you something because you have greats like LaShawn McCoy. And again, I played with him when he was at his heights. But he goes into this game, didn't play a lot, but goes into the game as a big-time name and gives up a sack. Look at him there, running back position. All I need you to do, stay in front of Demario Davis so that Tom Brady doesn't get hurt.
So easy.
Shady, please.
So easy to do.
Please. And LaShawn McCoy, Marcellus, throws a lookout block when all you can do is say, "Hey, Tom, look out!" So the problem is they're pretenders right now because you got all these stars.
Oh, wow.
But you got nothing to show for it.
Wow, okay. Woo, Acho. First, let me answer the question, do my job, make sure this check comes in this week. I am still buying Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as contenders. But it's amazing to me how you and many others probably want to jump off the pirate ship so fast. Like, first of all, after week 1, you know what half the league is by the win-loss record? Pretenders. Half the league lost. You know that, right?
That's right.
So for you to try to go directly to the win-loss column is absurd. For you to try to go line item within the game is absurd as well.
Then what's not absurd?
Yes, it is. You just said Mike Evans only had 1 catch.
That's facts.
But people who watch the game know that it's a little deeper than that.
Okay.
Did he have 2 pass interference penalties called against him, which allowed for 76 yards, was it? You add that to his total and his 1 catch for 1 touchdown, all of a sudden things will look a little different, but Acho doesn't want to talk about that. Let's talk about the running game that let Tom Brady down. You're talking about less than 4 yards a carry from Rojo, and then you just brought up Leonard Fournette and his 5 for 5. That's not good enough. Offensive line, I wonder where it all starts. You don't know about this because you're one of those skilled players on defense.
I tried not to get dirty. I tried not to.
It all starts up front. They had issues up front, not only in run blocking, but in pass protection, giving up the 3 sacks. You get Cam Jordan your first game as a rookie. Good luck to you. All of that said, I really want to get into the psychological play of this because you wanted to go line item. I already defeated half of those, if not all of them. But let's talk about the fact that one of the greatest traits of success is being even keel.
Okay.
You don't get too high when it's good. You don't get too low when it's bad, right? As Winston Churchill once stated, success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Persistence isn't just moving your feet, it's keeping your mind, your spirit engaged, even in front of adversity. Tom Brady lost another season opener. Tom Brady has lost 4 season openers, including yesterday. But let's talk about the other 3. You know what happened in those other 3 season opening losses those years? they went to the Super Bowl and won 2 of them. But Emmanuel Acho would say that that team was a pretender in those 3 season opening losses. But this year, you're going to go there again, and Tom Brady's going to make you eat your words.
Success, walking from failures to failures with no loss of enthusiasm.
Staying strong.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that makes sense because Tom Brady, he did throw from interception to interception with marginal loss of enthusiasm. So maybe Tom Brady was incredibly successful yesterday.
Yes.
The fact of the matter, Marcellus, was he wasn't. And I'm not jumping off of shit because, sir, I was never on the ship. Check the records, check the tape. Emmanuel Acho was never on this Buccaneers train because there is something called continuity. There is something called familiarity. You saw the interceptions Tom Brady threw to Mike Evans. Miscommunication. I think we have it highlighted. So let's show it. Because, yes, you have Mike Evans, who is a beast, but the problem is he's highlighted there in the slot position, 6'5". 231. Got to go get it, but you can't go get it when you're not on the same page. It's not just about talent, Marcellus. That's what I've been trying to tell you, along with the rest of the people that have been listening to the lies that you were selling. It's not just about talent. It's also about trust. And right now, Tom Brady doesn't seem to have that level of trust with said receivers. And sir, I don't profess to be a full-screen king. I don't. But I do profess to be a full-screen prince. So full screen if we may.
Let's see this.
Look at all the receivers that the Buccaneers have. Look at their heights. Look at the sizes. Look at the weights. Okay, a full screen's coming. There it is. You got Mike Evans, 6'5", 231 star. Rob Gronkowski, future Hall of Famer, 6'6", 268 star. You got O.J. Howard, 6'6", 251.
That's me playing weight, baby.
You got C.J., 6'1", 209. But who was really Tom Brady's go-to? A guy named Scotty Miller.
Another one.
A 6th-round pick at 5'10", 174 at a Bowling Green. See, the problem is, Marcellus, you got all these stars, but who found the football? None of those big-name guys you knew. So I'm not buying the Bucs. I never was. And I'm not going to start now because, sir, you're giving me all these names, but names don't win games.
Look, big dog, let me just say one more thing. I told you that he's lost home openers, season openers before.
That's true.
3 of them. And they've been to the Super Bowl every single one of those years. He knows how to self-correct. But it's amazing to me, Acho, you're a successful guy. And you also know that success is not linear. Like, you don't just start and hit the ground running, oh, my God, we're going to go. And all of a sudden, that means success and perfection. You don't need that. Tom Brady warned us, and I think we took it as Captain America being modest, but he said, look, there's a lot in terms of communication that I have to work through, a lot of verbiage I have to work through. We're not on the same page right now. But no one listened to Tom Brady when he said that last week. But I did. And I took it into consideration and still stayed on the pirate ship, knowing that this team was a contender. I imagine Emmanuel Acho going on one of his vacations he loves to talk about. And you know how you like to vacation on a budget. I hate that. But you like to go out the country on a budget. And you go into a new territory that talks a different language. And you say, oh, no, I'm Emmanuel Acho, the scholar. I'm going to immerse myself in this language. I am going to Rosetta Stone it for my 6 weeks abroad. And you know what happens every now and then? You run up on a native that knows the OG language and sits there and says, no comprendo, no comprendo. Like, doesn't understand you. And you know what? You don't understand them. They're going to be able to work that out over time. But please don't jump off the ship or let the ship sail by.
Let me say this, because I do agree with you to a degree.
Want to debate?
I do think that by week 7, week 8, week 9, I do think the Buccaneers will have corrected the ship. But here's the problem, Marcellus. The Saints have won this division 3 years in a row, if I'm not mistaken. So the Saints have a chokehold on this division. Saints were already head up light years ahead of this Buccaneers team. I knew that. You were now learning that. If the Saints win the division, that means Tom Brady's going to have to make the playoffs as what? A wild card. Brady's never made the Super Bowl as a wild card, let alone as a 43-year-old man. So when I say the Saints, when I say the Buccaneers aren't going to be contenders, I'm saying contending for a Super Bowl. If Tom Brady ends up going 9-7, 10-6, sneaks into the playoffs through the back door, because, you know, he used to waltz in through the front door, first round bye, yes, please, thank you. If he has to sneak into the playoffs through the back door, then I do not think that they are contending for a Super Bowl. Therefore, they are pretenders in that regard.
Oh, let me button this up by the old mantra, defense wins championships. If you look at their defense, especially in the second half, they showed out, right?
They look good.